Hey, what's going on everybody? Blades for here, and today for you guys another video of Persona 5X. Inside today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about Moko as usual, and not just the regular Moko. We're going to be talking about the SMOKO here, seeing that she should be returning fairly soon. I think it's like next week when we'll get her, and this is a huge deal for anyone who loves Haru and really wanted to build her team. As many of us did know, Moko came out a little bit in the summer patch before Haru did drop, and this character was very much so slept on. I did not like her too much, and the getting her just for collection, including the 5-star weapon, and she was lackluster, especially for a lot of people who didn't go for the 5-star weapon. Her healing was not there really. She didn't contribute much to most teams, and she was just another unit that was kind of just missing her place. Well, Haru came out and kind of changed that exactly how it was going to be, and many of us knew this was going to happen, seeing that Haru was EHR based. She was going to have her point in time eventually, but the main issue was now the character is gone, and some people who didn't summon on her wanted Haru but couldn't get her. Lucky for them, luckily the next week we are actually getting this girl back here, and it's finally time to actually talk about her a little bit more. I'm going to be doing an updated build guide for her probably later on as well. Not much has really changed for her, so don't expect anything too crazy. It's going to be later down the line, because I do have some very big videos for you guys coming up, including some shorts as well, so stay tuned for those. But anyways, when we're going ahead and looking at SMOKO is the one character that is absolutely goated for freaking Haru to death. If you really wanted to make Haru's team absolutely unstoppable, you wanted to have this character. This character without a doubt was just crazily meant for Haru, and it's abnormally obvious. So if we take a look at least at her skills here, and a lot of you guys who don't know exactly what her skills do, just put it this way: this one allows you to get some stacks up. Eventually you will end up restoring HP from it. Pretty awesome, pretty good. You can get a follow-up off of it. Third one here allows you to actually deal damage taken, or increase the damage taken to actual enemies here. Another follow-up can be stacked on this and things like that with sparks. Pretty nice. Then of course you have her heal. That heal right there is actually a decent buffer when it comes down to attack and EHR, which are both things that Haru really does thrive off of. So I got some stamina here, and I'm actually going to be showcasing a little bit of this if you guys don't know exactly what she does just yet. But this character without a doubt is meant to be that character for Haru, right? She's not meant to be anything else. She is quite literally just meant to be that character. So usually with Haru here, you're going to end up breaking her down with Moko, making sure that you can use a team somewhat like this one. Now this is technically Haru's best team that you could possibly end up running here, or at least something like of this map. Oh, where'd she go? Something like this for the most part, in which when it does come down to this is where things are going to be really good for Haru, because now you got the extra EHR that a lot of people were missing before Moko was coming back, of course, and no one noticed it here. If you didn't have her, you were missing out a good like 50% plus in EHR, which is a heavy amount, especially when you take into account that this character gives so much, right? You would think that this character, especially with how she is, she doesn't really give too much, but all in all, with her actual just regular old set, her kit, and then her overall just weapon in general, she provides so much for the team that is actually insane. Like, we actually were to actually heal with her. Although her 4-star is not bad at all, her healing is lackluster without the 5-star, which is the main reason people really wanted this, as well as also if you decided to actually have that damage taken and increase that as well. That was kind of a given. You needed this stuff for this character. Just many of us didn't see a real need to. But now that we know she's coming back, free to play, I'm heavily, at least heavily telling you, you guys want to invest into this character. Without a doubt, she can do things like this that just makes her stupid good. So of course, beforehand, you weren't able to hit that EHR marker. Now you can. Now, of course, if you actually are doing things the right way as well, you can do things like this. Buff up turn 1. I don't have A1, so I don't use skill 3 with this character, but you can buff up turn 1. You got all your little buffs, you got your EHR that you really do need, that SMOKO can actually just go ahead and offer. And then you can just go ahead and do some stupid crap like this and actually deal some decent damage. And this is on something that she just in general can't even do much in here, because right now we're doing something utterly different, right? We're not doing a dungeon that is specifically meant for her and things like that. We're just doing something random, and she can just help you out so much, because normally Haru's not going to hit that much, especially for me, if I did not have the buffs I have on her. even when it comes down to at least our heals here, which I think we should be able to proc it here. Unless they won't let us proc it because it's not a follow-up. Oh, they won't let us proc it because it's not a follow-up. But a lot of the things that, of course, that she actually ends up offering allows Haru to actually kind of sit back and utilize her potential to the maximum. Like, we can hit numbers that just don't make any sense anymore. And this is at a 0. It's not like you have to be buffed for this. You don't have to be heavily crazy, right? With Moko, you don't have to fully dupe anything. You don't have to do much of none of that stuff. You just got to get the bare minimum and she will go to town. It's that easy, especially for her team, which is now with Haru. But when it comes down to some questions that people may have, how much investing does Moko really come down to taking? The thing about Moko is, quite literally, she doesn't take too much to really build. If I'm being honest with her, the only things that you really want to focus on is just going to be the attack, and then of course some other small little factors here. But definitely going to be attack, because you really want to try and actually get those healings off that she's going to need here. For the most part, that's it. Like, you don't need much on this character. It's going to come down to, like, of course, damage bonus, like the small bits, right? Attack, healing bonus, stuff like that. Maybe crit rate, crit damage sometimes, but usually it's just going to be like speed and attack, and at that point you're pretty much golden. This character is not a heavy building character, and you can easily thrive off of just getting her up. Even with the card set here, you don't have to be too picky, because guess what, she runs the same card set just like Haru. So if any of you guys have been heavy like grinding Haru set, you most likely do have something for her as well. But anyways, regarding this, of course, this character, without a doubt, you guys don't want to miss it. If you have pulled on Haru, if you're tempted on pulling on Haru, but you were like, I don't have the characters at first, this is your time. This is your best bet. Though, forewarning, though she is coming back, let's just look into the camera real quick. Though she is coming back, do keep in mind that with the next banners that we are having, we're almost at 3.0. 3.0 is going to have some big banners. So surely do keep that at the back of your brain. It's something that you kind of want to at least pay attention to, because if you mess up, use all your currency, and then someone like crazy comes out, that's where things can be a little bit of a problem. So before, of course, we close out the video, you know, I had to at least showcase an actual dungeon that they can do here, with just them doing what they want to do. So I'm not even going to control it. I'm just going to let the freaking bot do it. And with the buffs that we get from Moko, with everything that we're actually able to do, we can keep our team sustained, because now we have technically double heals with the passive healing from at least Cord, the healing from Moko, and then just overall buffing. It just makes it so fun seeing actually Haru kind of sit here and actually be able to deal all this damage for particularly nothing. For literally particularly nothing. And it's actually insane, because you just wouldn't get this type of actual grinding, or at least a lot of this action, if you did not have Moko. So without further ado, for a lot of you guys here, should you be going for Moko, I feel like a lot of you free to players out there, you might want to go for this character, because she's going to help your team a lot, especially if you have Haru already. So surely do keep that in mind. As always, you guys take care, have a nice day, and peace out.